So today the topic of discussion is the way we discussed in human reproduction. We first discussed male reproductive system because obviously it is generally less complicated because it doesn't give birth to the new organism. Okay. So similarly, today we are going to discuss about the external structure or the structure of microsporophyll or stamen. Yesterday, while I was describing you the structure of flower, I told you out of the essential holes, one of the most important hole is microsporophyll or stem. We are going to talk about that. Obviously, we need to understand that microsporophyll or stamen is something which is part of androecium. It is part of what? Androecium. Okay. And they are responsible for production and nurturing of the male gametes. Okay. So let's have a look into microsporangium or stamen. So we are going to learn about stamen. Stamen is having another name, that is microsporophyll. Why we are calling it microsporophyll? Because beta, if you can remember, yesterday I asked you why flower is known as modified shoot. Can anyone remember? I asked you why flower is called modified shoot. We discussed this part, no, yesterday. Anyone? Any idea?
Ma'am, it has internodes.
And second part I said the second point. The floral holes are modified what of shoot? Floral holes are compared with what part of shoot? The calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium are compared with what part of shoot? Anyone? I am mentioning 6 common reasons of not scoring well in exam. Each of you, I request, go through your answer sheets. That is ABCD here, obviously. Even if 1 mark is lost, then that 1 mark is due to which reason, point it out. Everyone will have their own solution. For lack of knowledge, we need to point out those concepts which were missed. We need to work on them. Difficulty understanding question means you need to practice a lot of questions so that your brain is channelized in a way to understand. Or second, the question which you find difficult, we need to discuss. I can explain it to you. Confusion in choosing answer. Sometimes a student who is knowing too much, तब उसको ये प्रॉब्लम होता है कि भाई कंफ्यूज हो गया, ये भी हो सकता है, वो भी हो सकता है. Okay, so that solution of that is also you need to practice question answers. Time management. There is a fixed tactic. One question, think about certain period of time. If not, proceed towards next. Complete all questions which you can attempt easily and then get back to that question. Silly mistakes, iska to koi ye nahi, you need to concentrate. And if it is tension, then you need to psych yourself. So can I expect that all of you will work on it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I think we should. And slowly and steadily, if you are keeping record of all your marks, कि हाँ मुझे first में मिला था, उसमें ये mistake था. You will see if you are being this methodical ना बेटा, slowly and steadily these things will be gone. Okay, चलो. Next question मेरा ये है कि yesterday's topic, whatever I taught, is it clear to all of you? Or should I repeat some part? Because just now I asked that why flower is called modified shoot. We discussed yesterday. One reason is shared one by one of your friends, but the second reason I asked that these four holes. Yes, beta.
Flower bud.
Flower bud, what, Yesha? My question was, if I compare flower with modified shoot, one point is correctly say mentioned by you that people that it has internodes like shoot. I asked the floral holes, that is calyx, corolla, gynoecium and androecium, can be compared with which part of the flower? These parts of flower can be compared with which part of the shoot? That's what my question is. Can be compared with the leaf or stem or which part? Am I audible clearly? Such long silence. I told you yesterday that floral holes are considered as the modified leaf, isn't it? Leaves are modified to give you floral hole. So that's why I want to mention it here, beta. I just wanted you people to focus on this concept that fill, this word fill. What do we mean by this word fill? Fill means leaf. So the leaf which is containing microsporangium or microspore or male gamete is known as microsporophyll. Understood, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today we are going to learn first about microsporophyll or stem. Okay. So if we look into the external structure of stamen, I would like to share my screen for picture of stamen. If you have a close look at into each of them, you can see this is the way anther is present, and these two anthers are connected with each other via connective. They are connected with each other via connective. So now question is, connective is connecting all these anthers. But how does anthers look from the how anthers look if we take a cross section? Okay, that part we need to study. So once we take a cross section of anther, it is evident that anther can be monoethicous or diethicous. Do you know what is monoethicous anther or diethicous anther, beta? Anyone, any idea? No. So let us start discussing monoethicous or diethicous. If this is an anther lobe, it's one of it, I took. And I take a cross section, that is transverse section of this. If one chamber is present inside it, that is one microsporangium. Microsporangium means the spore sac which is responsible for production of microspore. So we call it is monoethicous. One moment. But if you look into it and you can find out two chambers are there like this. So that means two microsporangium We call this type of anther as diathecous. Okay, so I hope the conception is clear to everyone. Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So now we will peep into the internal structure of androecium. Okay, we need to move towards the internal structure of androecium, that is anther lobe. If you look into the anther lobe, obviously the process of microgenesis occur at this place, so it's not a simple part. You can see a few characteristics which should be understood by each of you very clearly. First of all, if you look into the picture of androecium stamen, you can see that along the border of this anther lobes, there is a thick line which is called line of dehiscence. What is the meaning of this word dehiscence and what is line of dehiscence? Have you ever seen any writing pad जिसमें ऊपर ऐसे पता है छोटे छोटे छेद होते हैं जिससे आप उसको पेजेस को आसानी से फाड़ के लिख के once it is done you tear down the page from those dotted pointers. Have you seen such kind of writing pad or ऐसे दिल की बुक
Yes,
होती है?
ma'am.
So why those holes are there? क्यों holes रहते हैं वहां पे वो? येशा, मिश्का
Ma'am,
क्यों होल्स रहते
easily.
हैं? टीयर डाउन हो सके. इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ गाइडर और इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ पॉइंटर थ्रू इट सेज कि यहाँ से आप फाड़ोगे तो टेढ़ा मेढ़ा नहीं फटेगा, वहां से वो सीधा आसानी से फट जाएगा. Same is this line of dehiscence. What happen is beta, whenever there should be spreading of pollen grains from anthers, sometimes there is no specific agent to carry the pollens. Sometimes it's required to take away by the air or something. So when anther is rupturing, this line of dehiscence is the weak areas through which it ruptures and the spore can be coming out of the anther lobe. Okay, so that is what is line of dehiscence. Let us have a look into the internal structure of microsporangium. This is the internal structure of microsporangium. So let us have a look into the different parts. If you closely look into the structure of microsporangium, you can see various layers are there. This is the connective layer. Connective layer is the layer which is connecting the filament with the anther as well as connect the two lobes of anther. Apart from connective, the outermost layer of the anther, that is the layer which is here for the purpose of protection, is known as the epidermis layer. In case of plant, any kind of tissue, outermost layer is called epidermis. Okay, but if you look into the next layer of epidermis is known as endothecium. The next layer of epidermis is known as endothecium. Okay, the main purpose of epidermis and endothecium is to protect the inner cell mass, which are very very vital. क्यों vital है? अगर ये unprotected रह गए और इनको कुछ उल्टा पुल्टा हो गया, तो obviously the plant will not be able to produce the microspore. Now, यहाँ देखना, at individual microsporangium there is another surrounding cells. I am marking them in green. These cells are having special ability they are called tapetum. So what is tapetum? Tapetum is a cell, type of cell, which is not only protecting the inner pollen grains, but also nourishing them during the production of microsporogenesis. Clear? Yes, no?
Ma'am, can you repeat the last point? It was a network issue.
It was actually the green part I marked them. The green part is known as tapetum. This is the name of tapetum. And this green part is responsible for not only for protection of internal sporogenous tissue, it is also responsible for nourishing the microspores during time of production of microsporogenesis. Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Now, last but the most important part of this is this. It is centrally located here. And this part is known as sporogenous tissue. So what is this sporogenous tissue? The sporogenous tissue beta is something which is actually going to be useful for production of microspores or pollen. Understood? So sporogenous tissue will go on for meiosis and they will form the pollen grains. Clear to all of you? The internal structure of the anther lobe, if you take a cross section, yes, no? Clear? Anyone, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
So it needs to be very easy for you to understand that outside the external protective layer epidermis, then the second layer that is called endothecium, which is actually epidermis layer is generally very important from the point of view of protection. I am going to talk about each of their individual function when I am going to tell you about how anther is produced during the during the maturation and formation of flower. I just wanted to communicate here the positions of these things. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will move ahead with the steps involved in production of anther. So during the during the production of anther lobes, the meristematic cells I hope you people know what is meristematic cells. What are meristematic cells?
Ma'am, which can divide.
So in case of plant, the young cells which has capacity to divide is known as meristematic cell. So meristematic or actively dividing cells okay. Meristematic or actively dividing cells are surrounded by epidermis. So initially, if you look into the structure of anther, इसमें इतने सारे layers नहीं होते. ये जो epidermis layer, then endothecium, you can see a mass of cell. This mass of cell is nothing but meristematic cell, and all these meristematic cells are surrounded by a common covering that is called epidermis. Clear? So now what happens? First all of them, they divide mitotically. Still, all of them are having chromosome number 2 only, 2n only. Now, no one is having n because division is mitotical. So they are dividing mitotically to produce 2 anther lobes with 2 pollen sacs each. So can anyone tell me in a diathecous anther how many pollen sacs will be there? Pollen sacs or microsporangium? कितने रहेंगे? What will be the number of pollen sacs or microsporangium in a diathecous anther?
4.
4. It will be 4. एक anther lobe में 2, तो 2 anther lobe में 4. Is it clear? I hope it is clear to everyone. Now the next step, the archisporial cell of meristematic tissue. So what is this archisporial cell? Archisporial cells are primitive meristems. They gives rise to the reproductive part. Archegonium शब्द आपने सुना होगा इससे पहले. Archisporial means the type of tissue which is responsible for production of male spore, that is microspore or archispore. That's why they are called archisporial cell. So archisporial cells of meristematic tissue okay, below epidermis are present at four corners. So that means initially, if you have a look into it, you can see that only epidermis is there, and inside it there will be meristematic cells. So here you will have meristematic cells, and outside there will be epidermis. Okay, so no differentiation is there. Then slowly and steadily, when you are talking to the second lobe, outside meristematic cells are there. Outside epidermal cells are there, and slowly and steadily there is production of 4 anther lobes which are connected with 4 pollen sacs which are present in 2 anther. Now what happens at third step, archisporial cells get activated at the 4 corners. They are present inside the pollen sacs. So now what will happen? There will be a division which is called periclinal division. Do you ever heard about this word periclinal? Anyone, any idea what is periclinal division? Consider karo, from one cell there is production of 2 cells, then 4 cells, and if the division is continued in a plate-like structure that is called periclinal division. So such kind of periclinal division in archisporial cell takes place, and what will happen? What will be the result? So here the division will go into two different parts. First, it will form the outer protective layer. Okay, in outer protective layer, further division will be periclinal as well as anticlinal. Means they will divide in all kind of plane, which will result in the formation of, first of all, epidermis is there, obviously it will be there, and what this epidermis, as the inner cells are dividing high in number, तो क्या होगा? Consider करो एक तुम्हारे पास गुब्बारा है, ठीक है? Have you ever seen balloons? I guess all of you have seen balloon. अब उसमें जितनी हवा थी, आप और हवा भर रहे हो और हवा भर रहे हो, एक टाइम पे क्या होगा बेटा? When the maximum limit is reached, तब क्या होगा वो बलून के साथ? Anyone? कृषांक, क्या होगा उस बलून के साथ अगर उसमें आप एक्सेस हवा भर दो तो? प्राची, कैन यू स्पीक? क्या होगा? Very simple question I am asking. No one is going to answer.
फट जाएगा बलून.
हाँ, कम simple. So obviously see outside initially कौन सा layer था अपना? एपिडर्मिस था, है ना? अब उसके अंदर के layers by layers it is growing. तो एपिडर्मिस पे क्या आएगा? प्रेशर आएगा ना बेटा? Yes or no? तो जितनी anthers mature होंगे, क्या होगा? एपिडर्मिस will be stretched and break at maturity. Yes or no? Everyone understood this part?
Yes, ma'am.
जैसे inner cell mass amount is increasing, obviously epidermis will stretch and finally it will break at maturity. So who is going to take care of the small microspores? Obviously endothecium is there. Endothecium will be there, and this endothecium is going to be very thick walled. They will have stomium or line of dehiscence, but other than that part, पूरी जो endothecium होगा, that will be very very strong. So even if epidermis is broken at some part, endothecium is enough to take care of the inner cell mass. Third, there is a layer that is not mentioned in the diagram, but I would like to say there is a layer called middle layer. What is the role of that middle layer? Middle layer is also responsible for protection, but we need to understand that middle layer this is also destroyed in matured anther. क्यों मैच्योर्ड आंथर में ये लेयर डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाए तो अच्छा? वंस द एंथर इज मैच्योर्ड, अगर आप किसी भी फ्लावर के मैच्योर्ड एंथर को अपने हाथ पे ऐसे पैक करें ना, आप देखोगे स्मॉल स्मॉल पाउडरी सब्सटेंस, दैट इज द पोलन ग्रेन, इज डिपॉजिटेड इन योर हैंड. सो अनलेस एंड अनटिल द लेयर्स आर रिमूव्ड, अगर सो मेनी लेयर्स रहेगा तो pollen grains cannot be exposed. That's why जितनी anther matured होती है उसके अंदर उतनी ड्राइनेस आता है, and powdery pollen grains can be removed very easily from that part. Okay, that's why middle layer is removed when the anther is mature. What are the other parts? Obviously, there will be capital. Capital is something which is surrounding uh, the microsporangium or pollen sacs. Their main function is to nourish the pollen grain. And these are very strange type of cells. Why? Because some cells of capitum may have one nucleus, some of them have two nucleus, some of them have multi-nucleus. So this is a very unique characteristics of capitum. I want all of you to know that cells of capitum can have one, two or many nucleus all together. मतलब किसी किसी सेल्स में वन न्यूक्लियस है, किसी किसी सेल में टू न्यूक्लियस है, किसी किसी सेल में मल्टीपल न्यूक्लियस है, एंड देयर मेन रोल इज द नरिशमेंट ऑफ द इनर टिश्यू. नाउ अब क्या हुआ? ये तो आउटर प्रोटेक्टिव एंड नरिशिंग लेयर हुआ. ऑल ऑफ देम आर हेल्पिंग इन द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ माइक्रोस्पोर्स. इनमें से कोई माइक्रोस्पोर प्रोड्यूस नहीं करेगा. ओके, सो व्हाट हैपेंड? Inside all these protective layer, there will be production of inner primary sporogenous tissue. But this is still primary sporogenous tissue. अब इसमें से there should be production of diploid sporogenous tissue. अब ये जो डिप्लॉइड स्पोरोजिनस टिश्यू है, दिस इज द इनिशियल पॉइंट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन ऑफ पोलन. ओके, इसमें से पोलन की प्रोडक्शन होगी. जैसे टेस्टिस के अंदर फ्रॉम प्राइमरी टेस्टिकुलर सेल्स देयर विल बी फॉर्मेशन ऑफ स्पर्मेटोगोनियम, वहां से स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस प्रोसेस स्टार्ट होता है. वैसे ही डिप्लॉइड स्पोरोजिनस टिश्यू प्रेजेंट इनसाइड द एंथर इज द मदर सेल फ्रॉम व्हिच द पोलन प्रोडक्शन स्टार्ट्स. क्लियर टू एवरीवन दिस पार्ट? टेक योर टाइम, गो थ्रू द मटेरियल displayed on the screen and let me know at any point if you have any doubt. If you are sure about that हम कैसे how the inner part of anther got developed, ये समझ गए हैं, then the next part that we will study is microsporogenesis. So is this part clear to everyone? Any doubts, anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
बोलो. Yes ma'am for doubt or yes ma'am for understood?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, for understood.
So I should I एक बार रिवाइज कर ले क्या होता है? Then should we
Okay,
proceed? या फिर चलेगा? It is very easy. Everyone understood. How many of you understood? Can you raise your hand? मुझे सारे हैंड रेस चाहिए. अब उसमें जितना लेट होगा उतने ही लोगों को धीरे धीरे डाउट है. How is life going on? Sitting in your computer, or I hope all of you have your summer vacation by now, na? So Mishka, Krishank and Priyanshi didn't understand, है ना बेटा? मिश्का, मिश्का क्या कर रही थी? मिश्का, प्रियांशी, क्या कर रहे हो तुम? ध्यान कहाँ है? प्रियांशी, प्रियांशी देवी कहाँ है? प्रियांशी, Priyanshi is somewhere not mentally connected to us, or maybe having a weak mental connection or weak internet connection. Bolo.
Ma'am, she is not well. Maybe that's why she's not
Why?
answering.
What happened? What happened to Priyanshi? She is all right. She doesn't have like. Because Priyanshi is one of the most interacting person. That's why I'm shocked. Now I know all of you by your names. Okay, so no problem, Priyanshi. Take care, all of you. In fact, okay, you can lower down your hand. So we will move ahead for the next part. So now we are going to start about the process of microsporogenesis. Okay, so what is microsporogenesis? In the part we studied now, we understood K initially underdeveloped anther, matured, and finally they have a tissue called sporogenous tissue. So the initial point of microsporogenesis, sorry with the spelling. So for initial point of microsporogenesis, we have the sporogenous tissue. So this sporogenous tissue is diploid in nature. Okay. Now, this sporogenous tissue, it will divide into different planes and got separated from each other. They need to be not sticking in a clump. They need to be a bit away from each other. That part is achieved in the first step. Now, what is the next step? Now, in the next step, we will not call them sporogenous tissue. We will call them microsporocyte or microspore mother cell. So the next stage is known as microsporocyte, or we call them microspore mother cell. ओके अब एक क्वेश्चन सभी के माइंड में आएगा कि मैम आपने ये तो बोल दिया कि डिवीजन हो रहा है, इज दिस डिवीजन माइटोसिस और मियोसिस? लेट मी टेल यू बेटा, दिस डिवीजन इज माइटोसिस, and as this is mitosis, the microspore mother cells produced by this process is also 2n. Means still the chromosome number is not reduced and the reduction division didn't take place. So let us have a look what will happen in the next step. In the next step, here a very strange event takes place. Some microsporocytes degenerate. Degenerate means they get destroyed to give nourishment to others. Okay, what about others? So what about others? So these are one type, and some microsporocytes, or let us write another terminology of microsporocyte, microspore mother cell. In short, it is called MMC. Okay, or pollen mother cell. It can be also called pollen mother cell. Let me write down the next terminology also. Pollen mother cell. Commonly, it is also called PMC. That is pollen mother cell. So some of these MMC, they leave and get connected to each other via plasmodesmata. What is this plasmodesmata? Who is going to tell me? प्लाज्मोडेस्माटा क्या है? क्लास? यस नक्षत्र बोलो. नक्षत्र, are you there beta?
Yes ma'am.
What is plasmodesmata? Your hand is raised, no? That's why I asked you. So Nakshatra lowered down his hand. Yes, Esha, bolo.
Ma'am, a single cell wall between two cells.
No, plasmodesmata is not at all cell wall. Cell wall नहीं है वो. So I can see two other participants raising hand. Yes, Dish.
Ma'am, it connects to the cytoplasm.
Of two adjacent cells, isn't it? So beta, it is
Yes.
a cytoplasmic path or cell path. This is the gap in the cell wall through which cytoplasm of two adjacent cells are connected with each other. I request everyone to kindly note down it. I'm not writing it here because this is the part you are supposed to know. That plasmodesmata is called cell path or cell connection. These are the kind of gaps in the cell wall through which adjacent cells are connected to each other via cytoplasm. Okay, so now we know that sporogenous tissues were quite secluded, but the MNCs, they are very close to each other and they get connected to each other via plasmodesmata. Apart from that, they have a prominent nucleus. When any cell have very prominent nucleus, एकदम जो मतलब prominent nucleus मतलब the nucleus with high density, the density of nucleus is increasing. At what time the density of nucleus increase? कब ऐसा होता है कि इन nucleus की density बढ़ जाती है? Can anyone tell me? Class?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
I asked that these cells are very easily found with a very prominent nucleus. Prominent nucleus मतलब nucleus की density बहुत बढ़ जाती है. Is okay. So when actually the density of nucleus is increasing, जब वो condense होता है, condense कब होता है? वही मेरी question है. When it is getting very much condensed. कब सेल में न्यूक्लियस पार्ट इज गेटिंग वेरी मच कंडेंस्ड? Anyone? Do you know at the time of cell division, the chromatin reticulum, that is a loose structure, is condensed or coiled to form chromosome? If you can remember, when I was teaching you chapter in grade 12 only, हमने थोड़ा ऑफलाइन क्लासेस किया था ना, तब मैंने आपको बोला था कि सेम थिंग, क्रोमोसोम होता है, क्रोमैटिन रेटिकुलम होता है, वो coil होके chromatin reticulum is connected to form a chromosome. I guess you can remember, है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's why we have a very prominent nucleus. Consider करो, ये अगर normal nucleus है, इसमें chromosome is loosely DNA is loosely arranged like this. And second is a structure जहाँ पे chromosome is compact and forming the chromosome-like structure. Obviously, this second one will be more prominent than the first one. That's why अब ये ready हो रहा है for cell division. इसीलिए इसकी nucleus बहुत ही prominent होती है. So now, what is the next stage? In the next stage, there will be development of callus. So what is this callus? Callus is basically a structure or a part which is rich in carbohydrates. So this callus is actually getting deposited into the plasmodesmata, and it breaks down the cytoplasmic connection between all the cells. जो ये MMC cytoplasmically connected थे via plasmodesmata, वो जो pores थे through which cytoplasm of each adjacent cell were connected with each other, उसको ये लोग callus क्या करता है, वहां plug in कर देता है. So two cells are now two separate entities. They are not connected with each other. So development of callus breaks all cytoplasmic connection. Okay, and so obviously they will be separate from each other. Here comes the main event. Now once they are separated from each other, there will be the division that is called meiosis. And now the cells which will be produced by meiosis will have result into 4 multiplied by microspore. This are also called tetrad. Tetrad, why tetrad? Because they are 4 in number, that's why they are called tetrad. Okay, and their chromosome number is N. Understood? Clear to everyone? It is comparatively easier, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is how from sporogenous tissue, via these modifications, there will be production of pollen or microspore. If everyone is giving me green signal, then we can proceed for the next part. Should we? Any doubt, anyone? Nakshatra, understood, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
So we will move ahead. Let me clear the screen. So basically now we need to know about the structure of pollen grain. The way we studied the structure of sperm, same way pollen grain needs to have a specialized structure. Here in this image, beta, you can see the first image is about the showing the layers. You can see epidermis, endometrium, middle layer, microspore, mother cells, and tapetum. Inside tapetum, there will be sporogenous tissue. And this is an example of anther, which is dehiscence anther. Means देखो ये जो लेयर है ना, at this position there used to be stromium or line of divisions. So as the cells of this layer is broken, now the anther is open and the pollen grains can come outside anther and spread for fertilization. Okay, so let us study about the pollen grains. Okay, so study of pollen grain is known as palynology. So study of pollen grain. Someday, no, we will play a quiz in Kahoot regarding all these terminologies, है ना? मजा आएगा. जैसे क्या terminologies? Two topics we will take. One is father. Father of zoology कौन था? Father of botany कौन था? Father of microbiology कौन था? Okay. And second thing that we will take is these like terminologies. Study of cells, cytology, study of sleep, somnology, study of pollen grains, palynology. मजा आएगा, I guess. What do you think? Because in NEET or AIMS exam, sometimes they ask such terminologies. तो हमें मतलब what we will do once our syllabus is rolling on its plate, हम ऐसे मजेदार quizzes और games रखेंगे. Sometime what we can do, one of you can arrange it, all of us can play. If you are arranging it in Kahoot, I can also play. देखती हूँ मुझे कितना स्कोर आता है. हम एब्रीविएशन की क्विज रख सकते हैं. जैसे अभी हमने रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ चैप्टर में बहुत सारे एब्रीविएशंस पढ़े ना. स्लोली एंड स्टेडीली वी विल बी हैविंग सो मेनी एब्रीविएशंस. जो प्रोमिनेंट एब्रीविएशंस हैं उनकी हम क्विज रख सकते हैं. दीज आर एक्टिविटीज व्हिच विल हेल्प अस टू लाइक अंडरस्टैंड. और एक चीज मैं मेरे स्कूल में करती हूँ, आई डोंट नो इफ यू पीपल विल अग्री और नॉट. अपनी जो लास्ट वाली यूनिट है ना, इकोलॉजी वाली यूनिट, इट्स नॉट अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट वन. वहां पे हम प्रेजेंटेशन भी रख सकते हैं. इफ यू पीपल आर इंटरेस्टेड, वी कैन प्रेजेंट. वन ऑफ यू कैन प्रेजेंट, ईच ऑफ यू, वी विल गिव यू टॉपिक, प्रिपेयर एंड प्रेजेंट. लेट मी टेल यू, व्हेन यू टीच, you learn that topic the best. So whatever other suggestions you have from your side to strengthen our learning, I am ready to follow. मुझे कोई problem नहीं. ठीक है? So study of pollen is known as palynology. And today now lots of scientists are studying the structure. So how they are structured? Studying the structure. This here they mentioned the procedure. Okay, if the anther is matured one, then so it is dried and line of divisions is broken. So even if you like pat it in your hand, आप अगर एक छोटा like this is something very strange, you need to choose the correct flower. अगर बहुत मैच्योर्ड भी हो गया, उसकी सारी पोलेंस निकल गई तो कुछ नहीं दिखेगा. एकदम इमैच्योर फ्लावर हुआ और उसकी पोलेंस तक अंदर लिक्विड फेज में रहता है. Then at that stage you need to take out the anther, squeeze it on a glass slide, and then you can put a stain and look into the pollen. Okay. So pollen grains are very easy to look into. आप मतलब अपने लैब में it's very easily you can see them. Simple safranin can be used for staining pollen. So a drop of water is taken on a glass side, and if you crush the anther, and the pollen will be suspended in that drop of water, and then you can add some stain and look into it. But these are all primitive techniques of looking into pollen. Can you see these pictures present here? Figure 2.4.
Yes, ma'am.
So obviously such detailed kind of picture is not coming into view via simple microscopic method. These are performed by a method called scanning electron micrograph. So each and every pollen, as you can see, many types of pollens are there. Each of them are having their special ornamentation in the सरफेस, हर एक की सरफेस की जो डिजाइन्स होती है that is different. By looking into in palynologist, by looking into simply at the surface ornamentation of pollen, consider करो कई बार ऐसा होता है कि एक 200-300 साल पुरानी चीजों में पोलेन का पाउडर मिला है. ओके, हाउ डू यू नो कि ये पोलेन का पाउडर किस पोलेन का पाउडर है? Because pollen powder is very good, have very good use in cosmetics. तो पोलेन डस्ट से बहुत पहले जो रानी हुआ करते थे, they used it as a compact powder. So कैसे पता चलेगा कि ये कौन से फ्लावर की पोलेन का डस्ट है? By looking into the surface ornamentation of the pollens, you can identify easily कि अच्छा ये पोलेन है. So that means this is the this must be belonging to this flower. So they go for scanning electron microscopy. It is a type of microscopy. I guess you people have clear idea about microscopes and everything. Yes, no? No answer. That means matter of suspicion. Parts of microscope किसी को पता है?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the difference between light microscope and electron microscope? Okay, I am thinking about it. One day, if you wish, we can have a special lecture on instrumentations. कुछ techniques है जो आपको जानना जरूरी है. One of it is microscopy, one of it is chromatography. Have you ever heard about chromatography? Yes, no? कभी नहीं सुना है? क्लास श्यामा बेटा सुना है कभी क्रोमेटोग्राफी के बारे में? Have you studied ever? नहीं सुना है तो बोल दो नहीं सुना है. मैंने आपको पहले दिन लेक्चर में क्या बोला था? नहीं जानना प्रॉब्लमेटिक नहीं है. अगर हम ये नहीं जाने कि हम क्या नहीं जानते तब टेंशन की बात है.
मैम वो केमिस्ट्री में
पढ़ा
लास्ट ईयर
होगा.
सुना था. हाँ.
सुना था. सो हम क्या करेंगे बेटा, अभी इस साल बायोटेक के अपने 2 चैप्टर्स है ना, उसमें हमें थोड़ा बहुत क्रोमेटोग्राफी और इलेक्ट्रोफोरेसिस और ये सब के बारे में जानना है. तो वंस दिस यूनिट इज ओवर, हम उससे पहले ये सारे टेक्निक्स एक बार डिस्कस करेंगे. ऑब्वियसली माइक्रोस्कोपी उसमें नहीं आता है, बट एट दैट टाइम आई विल टीच यू अबाउट माइक्रोस्कोपी आल्सो. थोड़ी बहुत माइक्रोस्कोपी सबको आनी चाहिए. I can understand your situation. Last year भी आप लोग स्कूल तो जा नहीं पाए, लैब में जा नहीं पाए, और अपने इस साल भी तो हालत वैसी ही है. अब अगर अगले साल आपकी जब एग्जाम होगी मतलब 2022 में, तब अगर किसी वजह से प्रैक्टिकल एग्जाम हुआ, you need to know about parts of microscope. नहीं तो आपकी even if you are in Gujarat board, even if you are in CBSE board, one practical is there for slide preparation. उसमें आपको बहुत दिक्कत हो रही है. So I will teach you over there. चलो अब इस टॉपिक को छोड़ते हैं, हम आगे बढ़ते हैं. We will scanning electron microscopy is very developed type of microscopy. Microscopes are generally used for magnifying substance. मतलब जो चीजें हमें खुली आंखों से दिखता नहीं है, उसकी इमेज को वो काफी बड़ा कर देता है. That's why we can look into it. तो स्कैनिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोपी की मैग्निफिकेशन पावर बहुत ज्यादा होता है. That's why it can very easily make us look into the structure of pollen. So you can see here initially जब माइक्रोस्पोर मदर सेल से पोलेन बनता है, at initial stage, this is the initial stage. At this stage it is connected with each other. That's why we call it microspore tetrad, because you can see that 4 cells are connected with each other. If you look into each of these cells, you will be able to see that these cells have a prominent nucleus. Slowly and steadily as they mature, they will be having vacuoles present inside it. We know that generally plant cells are full of vacuoles. They have high amount of vacuoles. And if I let you know, slowly and steadily, there will be formation of again further division, and during this division, two male gametes are present in each pollen grain. Two these cells are known as vegetative cell and generative cell. Okay, from this generative cell, two male gametes will be produced in future. Understood? So obviously this microspore tetrad will go for this stages of variation. First of all, they will separate from each other, and then there will be formation of vacuole. Then there will be production of spindle, and this spindle is asymmetric. क्योंकि आप देख सकते हैं कि जो vegetative cell है, that is quite big in size, and generative cell is quite small. Understood? So obviously when pollen is released, उसमें single cells नहीं होते. कितने cells होते हैं? 2 cells होते हैं. How many cells are there? 2 cells are there. Okay? Is it clear to everyone? The concept of vegetative and generative cell.
Yes, ma'am.
So obviously this is not it. We need to know that pollens are quite interesting structure, and they need to travel along. Especially if there is a question of cross pollination, it's not a very easy thing that is going to happen. So obviously it needs to be protected thoroughly from external harsh condition, isn't it? So obviously let us have a look into the structure of each and every pollen. You must have seen that there is ornamentation on the surface. There is such ornamented outer surface present in the pollen. I am now depicting structure of pollen. So once the pollen is completely matured, you can see there is a layer called exine. What is speciality of this layer? The exine layer is very thick and it contains sporopollenin. What is this sporopollenin? Sporopollenin is a chemical substance which makes this exine layer extra tough. This substance is so tough that it can withstand even changing pH, high temperature, as well as physical bruises and all. So sporopollenin is something which is making this exine layer very tough. But the problem is, if the exine layer is very tough, then how can from generative cell, I told you 2 cells are there inside it. One is big cell, that is vegetative cell. And the second one is generative cell. Okay. So now the question is, जब ऐसा होगा कि वेजिटेटिव और जनरेटिव सेल में से जनरेटिव सेल will produce the male gamete. If the exine layer is too tough, then how the male gametes will come out of exine layer? To make sure कि exine layer से निकलने में उनको दिक्कत ना हो, there are pores present in the exine layer. These are called germ pores. What are their role? Very minute pores through which the pollen tube, which is carrying the male gamete, can come out when they this pollen are getting deposited into the stigma. जैसे ही pollen stigma में deposit होते हैं, the vegetative cell will produce the pollen tube and generative cell will produce the male gametes. Male gametes will travel via pollen tube. तो pollen tube बाहर कैसे आता है? Via germ. Apart from exine, there is another layer present inside. That layer is known as intine layer. So there will be another layer, and this layer is known as intine. It's not that much tough like exine, but it is also responsible for protection of pollen grains and specifically to the vegetative and generative cell of the pollen. Clear to everyone how pollen look from outside and inside? So what are the parts we studied today? Who is going to sum up? क्या क्या पढ़े आवाज? Deesh, can you brief? ताकि एक बार हमें खिचड़ी ना पक जाए. We will revise once.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we have studied the process of microsporangium and the structure of pollen and the pollen grains anther. How many how many number of chromosome will be there in the anther?
So you said about things, everything you said, beta. But let me tell it the chronological way we studied. First, we studied about microsporophyll or our stamen, and we studied that. What we studied there? We studied that. ये जो recap होता है ना, this is something very important. I have seen कि कुछ बच्चे last तक नहीं रहते, they leave. But ये जरूरी है. I request all of you to be present there. एक बार देखना आप खुद, मैं बोलती जा रही हूँ, you listen to me. Everything will be organized. So first we studied about microsporophyll. Microsporophyll और stamen मतलब anther, filament, connective. Anther क्या होता है, filament क्या होता है, connective क्या होता है, हमने पढ़ा कि जनरली एंथर में 2 लोब्स होते हैं. सिंगल एंथर 2 लोब, तो 2 एंथर 4 लोब. दैट्स व्हाई वी कॉल इट डायएथिकस. अगर सिंगल लोब हो जाए तो वी कॉल इट मोनोएथिकस. ओके, फिर हमने पढ़ा व्हाट आर द लेयर्स प्रेजेंट इन द एंथर, है ना. व्हाट आर द लेयर्स? दीज आर एपिडर्मिस, एंडोथेशियम, मिडल लेयर, कैपिटम और अंदर रहता है स्पोरोजिनस टिश्यू. This is the whole structure हमने पढ़ा. हमने ये भी पढ़ा कि एंथर में there is chromium और line of the enzymes. This is the first topic we studied about microsporophyll. कैसा होता है from outside, from inside if we take a cross section. Second जो step हमने पढ़ा वो ये पढ़ा कि जब flower produce होता है ये anther कैसे बनता है, how there is production of anther. तो उसमें हमने क्या पढ़ा कि शुरुआत में मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू रहती है एंड एक्सटर्नली देयर आर ओनली एपिडर्मिस लेयर और अंदर मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू. फिर क्या होता है, ये मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू पेरिक्लिनली डिवाइड करता है, करके क्या बनाता है, आर्कीस्पोरियल सेल. व्हाट आर आर्की? आर्कीगोनियम, एंथेरिडियम. आर्की इज रिलेटेड टू primitive spore product producing cell. That's why we call it archisporial cell. So ये archisporial cells could first this actively dividing meristematic cell से क्या बना, archisporial cell. अब ये archisporial cell further divide हो रहा है, but all these divisions are which type of division? Is there any reduction in chromosome number in any of these divisions? Class, जब this meristematic cell is getting converted into archisporial cell, will there be any reduction division or chromosome number will be maintained? Kausha, bolo. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Will there be any reduction division or chromosome number same to same रहेगा जब मेरिस्टेमेटिक से आर्कीस्पोरियल बन रहा है तब? किसी को पता है? एनीवन कैन कास्ट सम लाइट अपॉन दिस? आज जिया भी बहुत चुप चुप है। जिया बोलो, डू यू थिंक देयर विल बी रिडक्शन ऑन क्रोमोसोम नंबर और क्रोमोसोम नंबर सेम टू सेम रहेंगे? 2a नहीं होगा। दिश, यशा, जिया, प्रियांशी,
मैम आई थिंक इट विल बी सेम.
इट विल बी सेम। कहीं पे मियोसिस होगा ही नहीं। Only when there is production of microspore tetrad, at that time there will be meiosis. Baki same to same. All these cells are 2n. So from meristematic tissue there will be archisporial. Now archisporial tissue divide anticlinary, pediclinary to give the other layers, that is endothecium, middle layer and tapetum. And it will also give sporogenous tissue. स्पोरोजिनस क्यों? क्योंकि ये माइक्रोस्पोर प्रोड्यूस करेंगे, माइक्रोस्पोर की जनरेशन करेंगे, दैट्स व्हाई स्पोरोजिनस टिश्यू. बट ऑल दीज लेयर्स आर 2n इन नंबर. मैं बार बार रिपीट कर रही हूँ, एग्जाम में वो क्या कर सकते हैं, तुमको क्वेश्चन में उलझाएंगे, 4 लेयर दे देंगे, आउट ऑफ देम व्हिच वन विल हैव व्हाट नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम. ऐसी एमसीक्यू आ सकती है. सो इट नीड टू बी वेरी क्लियर इन योर माइंड. सो ऑब्वियसली नाउ नेक्स्ट पार्ट हम देखेंगे माइक्रोस्पोरोजेनेसिस. This is the third part we studied. So first we studied about structure of anther. Second we studied about formation of structures of anther. Third is microsporogenesis. In this we studied that during microsporogenesis, obviously the sporogenous tissue will divide to produce microspore mother cell or pollen mother cell. Initially they are connected with each other. फिर कैलोस आके उनको डिस्कनेक्ट कर देते हैं फ्रॉम ईच माइक्रोस्पोर मदर सेल. अब मियोसिस होगा टू प्रोड्यूस माइक्रोस्पोर टेट्राड. बट माइक्रोस्पोर टेट्राड भी जो बनता है वो एक ही दिन में पोलन नहीं बन जाता. जैसे वहां पे स्पर्मेटोसाइट से स्पर्मेटोजोआ बनने में टाइम लगा था, उसमें टेल लग जाती है, एक्रोसोम कैप आ जाता है. वैसे ही यहाँ पे जो माइक्रोस्पोर मदर सेल से जो टेट्राड बना, उसमें अब चीजें मॉडिफाई होने की जरूरत है. क्या क्या मॉडिफिकेशन होगा? सबसे पहले उसके चारों ओर एक्साइन आएगा, इंटाइन आएगा. सेकेंड, देयर विल बी अनइक्वल डिवीजन टू प्रोड्यूस 2 cells inside. The big cell will be called vegetative cell and the small cell will be called generative cell. Clear to everyone? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So I want all of you to go through the video, prepare. Tomorrow we will continue with the rest of the portion. अभी भी हमें बहुत कुछ पढ़ना बाकी है. We need to study about role of tapetum. Yes, Dish, बोलो.
मैम वो कल का वीडियो नहीं मिला.
ऐसा? अच्छा चलो मैं दोनों अपलोड कर दूँ. ठीक है? I will upload
Okay.
both of them. Anything else, anyone? One blank question I am asking. Whatever I am teaching is understood by every one of you. I don't prefer using
Yes, ma'am.
ready-made video क्योंकि उसमें क्या interaction की नहीं होती है. Every child is different, every crowd is different. Same video या PPT लेके पढ़ाना I don't think is a good idea. हर एक को समझने में अलग-अलग जगह दिक्कत होती है इसमें. चलो कोई नहीं. I hope all of you once again a gentle reminder to all of you. Point out your mistakes in this case and make sure it is not repeated next time. है ना? Go through your answers and see what are the question you missed, and based on the 6-point criteria I provided, kindly find out your mistakes. Acha, one question I just want to ask. After this, do you have any class? ये 6:45 में जब over हो जाता है after this.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So if anyone want to ask me some doubts individually, because we covered the chapters reproduction, many a times it is observed that students do not feel asked about the doubts in crowd or any specific tips and tricks about scoring in examination, you can ask. You stay here. I guess now all of you are having summer vacation, तो आप भी थोड़े relaxed है, हम भी थोड़े relaxed है. We can continue in this lecture for 10-15 minutes extra, and I think this is special input. ठीक है, बस जाने से पहले बोल दोगे मैम मुझे आज आपसे बात करनी है. So we will stay for 10-15 minutes extra and we can talk. That's not a big deal. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है चलो. ठीक है चलो बेटा. Bye to all of you. Take care.
Bye, ma'am.
Okay, and Priyanshi, please take care. Okay, beta. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.